Hi, this is Veerle van Tricht again. I have decided and I've been inspired by sending off my own book proposal to Hay House last night for my book. And here you see a little idea of it. My surgeon talks to angels, to give you 10 of my favorite books of all time that have helped me enormously to grow spiritually. So 10 transformational books to use for a new you in the new year. First book, and I'm just going to briefly mention them on this video, and then I will do the best of each book in the next 10 videos. Okay, so first book, Macro Mind Power by Rebecca Clark. Very old book. I was probably only 10 years old when it was written, and I found it on a second-hand market, green market in Cape Town in my younger years. This book has been sleeping next to me for probably the last 20 years, if not longer, actually probably, yeah, about 20 years. And why I liked this book so much is that it has the 10 times technique in it, which was at that stage considered the greatest of all psychological ways to accomplish anything you want. So law of attraction style, very good exercises in here. I've used them many times and I've created a lot of magic in my life using these techniques in this book. Second favorite, you all know this book for sure. Louise Hay has written many self-help books. Probably the first one that I read was You Can Heal Your Life. This is the Dutch version, that's why I covered up the title. And it teaches you how events that happened to you in the past can create emotions stored in your body and physical disease, and how forgiving and healing these events and emotions can make you physically healthy again. Very powerful book. Third book that I have on my list here is one of the many books written by Diane Cooper. Probably also read it first more than 20 years ago, and it was probably my introduction in angels, because even though I've always had angels in my life, I didn't know really what to call it and whether it was normal or not. So this book explains, there's also wonderful techniques in here to connect with your angels and find your guardian angels. Everybody has them, and they're always ready to help you and to protect you whenever you ask them. So I will do some exercises with you from this book. I do that also in my holistic program. The fourth book that I would like to show you is by Nick Williams. Nick Williams has written many magnificent self-help books, and I'm very proud to say I have a signed copy of this book. And this one is called The Work We Were Born to Do, and this really helped me find my life purpose, which was in healing and helping people. Therefore, you need to find out your life purpose if you want to find a job that you like. Because once you know that, you turn it into a career, and work will never be the same again. It will never be work, it will actually be fun because you're doing what you were supposed to do. Essential book to find your life purpose. I recommend this one. A super duper book that everybody should read who is spiritual and or likes emotional healing is The Journey from Brandon Bass. My absolute favorite technique in there for me is the campfire, where you sit down with people who've hurt you in the past, and it's a ritual where you speak your mind, get up all the negative emotions out of your body, put it in the fire, burn it, and forgive each other. That's the ideal outcome, so that you can let go of this negative situation in your past. I have next two books are by Dan Millman. A good easy read is The Peaceful Warrior, which is about it's a saga, which is a spiritual journey that the hero has through light and through shadow, and he discovers that life has a larger meaning and purpose at the end of the book. And it's kind of opening your mind if you're a beginner in spiritual work. Another book by Dan Millman that's worth to read is The Life You Were Born to Live, again in the same purpose, in the same vein, I mean, as some of the other books. Now, one of my other super duper authors is John Gray. He's most famous for the book Men Are From Mars and Women Are From Venus, and all his books I read and I loved, including this one, How to Get What You Want and Want What You Have. There's also some very cool techniques in there that I have used for the last 25 years probably. Now, my absolute super duper teacher, because I am certified angel intuitive with Doreen Virtue, is this clever psychologist who has published many books about her work with angels, and our angels are all around us. And the one that I recommend the most is a book called Earth Angels, but all the books and card sets are wonderful. Last but not least, Sacred Contracts. Why I like this one, and this is quite more heavy, difficult stuff. It writes about contracts we might have made before we reincarnated to play certain roles in this theater play that in life. And what this lady teaches us is that if we heal these contracts that we have, for instance, we might have the contract that we want to be a victim in this life, and then you always have people doing nasty stuff to you. So this book teaches you how to heal this, to find your contracts, so you understand better why these things keep on happening to you, and then also healing the contracts and even the ones that you might have with people that you know from previous lives. So this is real dark stuff. It takes a lot of time to work through this. This is quite heavy, but I've started off with some lighter ones. So if you want to know more about the treasures in these books, and of course if you feel free to go and buy them, I'll do 10 more videos to discuss the main message from each of these 10 highly transformational books. All the best, see you next time, and you can visit me on my website www.burnoutexpert.com.